Hi, this is Michaela Paff, and this is my fifth tech tool that I want to show you today. I've saved the best for last. This is for Module 15. I want to show you Seesaw. It is a digital portfolio for students. You have to create a free account. There are some features that you can get that are advanced features that do cost that schools and districts can use, but the free version is awesome. When you sign in, you can sign in as a teacher, which is what I'm going to show you now. After you set up your account, then students will sign in, and they can sign in by scanning a QR code or with a student code that is generated within the account, the teacher account. And also family members would use this same login to sign in as a family member. Once they are connected to your account, then they will get notifications every single time a student posts something to their portfolio. I'm going to log in as a teacher now, and I'm going to sign in with Google because that's how my account is set up. I've used this for the past couple of years as a teacher of first grade. I have not used it yet this year as a librarian, but I have been working on getting my classes set up for that over the past month or so. I've created a professional development class that I'm going to use in order to show Seesaw to teachers in my school in January. The way that I've set it up now for my classes, Meadowlark is one of my schools, Sunflower is another school, and I've made a grade level account. For example, this is Meadowlark Kindergarten. I have added students according to their teacher, like Mrs. Allison. Her number one student in class, according to ABC order, would be Allison 1, Allison 2, and so forth. Mrs. Finney is the other teacher, so a student in her class, if they're number 4 in their classroom, ABC order-wise, then they would be Finney 4. You could have up to 100 students per class, so that's why I elected to do it the way that I did it. So anyway, I've finally got my classes set up, so I'm excited to start using this, but I'm not going to do it until January. In this dummy professional development class that I've created, I just kind of wanted to show you how you can add items to what they call the student journal, which is the same thing as portfolio. This is student number 1. Student number 1 has this item that I added to their journal that I wanted them to do. So you could customize activities for any number of students, or you can add an item to every student that you want them to do. Now, there's 2 different ways that you can do this. You can give students an activity that you want them to do, or they can just create their own item that they want to add. And Seesaw connects with lots of different tools like Chatterpix and PicCollage, and really just about anything you can imagine will upload directly to Seesaw for students. So it's a wonderful tool for kind of app smashing and putting things together. As soon as an item is added by a student, then they can access it. As soon as an item is added by a student, the teacher will get a notification, which is what is showing there. I can go look at that item to see if I think that it's okay. In this case, I have added this I Love Seesaw. The ISTE standards for this tech tool are ISTE Teacher 3.D and also Teacher 4.D. If I want that item to be added to that student's portfolio, then I would approve it as a teacher. And once that has been approved, then it is in the student's journal, and it will go directly, here I am as a student, it will go directly to that student's parents. So that is how that works. Now, within Seesaw, they have added student activities, where you can go to the activity library, and there are multitudes of lessons that you might want the students to do within Seesaw that are already made. I have teacher directions.
Explain a new idea. Use keywords and a picture to explain something you learned about in class.
And it shows them exactly what to do. You can add that to all of your students. There's also an inbox, and again, we're in the teacher side right now, but I can send out, reminding this whole class, reminder, tomorrow is a spelling test. The parents will get a notification and they can see it right away, and they can message back as well. So it's a great tool for messages and notifications. The advanced tool that I have, because I'm a Seesaw ambassador, is I can put in skills, and this again you can put in your standards, MBT point one, whatever your standards are, you can add them to each assignment, and you can grade students on those assignments as well. There is a blog that you can connect to each class. This blog is not set up yet, but you can share and publish parts of their journal if they want to. It is kind of like a class blog that you can connect with other classrooms just all over the world. So that's all from the teacher side. I'm going to go, let's see, within the teacher side, and I'm going to show you how you can connect students and families. Here you can invite families. You can print out paper invites that will invite each student and give instructions for how they get the app for the parents to look at. It's taking a while for this to load. As you can see, as soon as it does, it will show a little letter for student number 2. If you in your own classroom want to actually put student names, you can do that. That's what I did in my first grade classroom. But this is for student 1, tells them exactly these QR codes are set up individually and specific to those students. So other parents can't see anyone's work except for their own student. You can also email parents the same information. It will go out to each of them, but you have to input their emails yourself. If you have a group email, you can do that and upload it all at once. The other thing you can do is get the student code. You can print out a QR class poster that you would hang in your classroom. What I probably will do is print one of these for each of those Metalwork and Sunflower classes and post this like in a little notebook, and then students can scan that. Since I don't have one-to-one devices, they're shared devices, then they can scan which class they're wanting to add their item to. Or you can also get a class code. I'm going to copy and paste this and log out of this so that you can see the student side of things. If I log in as a student, I can scan that paper class code if I had it printed out, which I don't, or I can enter the student code right here, log in as a student. Now you can see I added this to my journal earlier. I love Seesaw, and it shows the standards there. I can now say exactly what those standards are. That standard 3.D is to model and promote management of personal data and digital identity to protect student and data privacy. Seesaw actually follows all of the privacy laws, and parents and students can only see their own information. It also is 4.D on the teacher side of ISTE, demonstrating cultural competency when communicating with students, parents, colleagues, interacting with them as co-collaborators in student learning, because students can also, or parents can like or comment on their students' work. They can, download the item if there's some kind of picture that they, want to save. You can get an item QR code, and you can print out, this activity that you can post in the hallway for other people to look at. I mean, there's just really just a number of things that you can do. Of course, this is Mrs. Paff's portfolio. If I want to add something to my portfolio, I can take a photo. I can I can add a video, or I can record a video and add it. I can add a drawing. I can add a file. This is where, let's say that someone did a Chatterpix or a pic collage. You could go and get that off of your camera roll and add that and annotate on it. You can make the note like I did earlier. and you can also link items. So there's all kinds of things. This is a very versatile tool for learning, and it's one of my favorites.